My name is Gregory Hamilton, and this is The Highway to Heaven in the 88 Simple Steps. Part 19, Day 19, fantastic. Once again, the grind. Every day, one brick, one day, progress, intentions. To slow down and ask ourselves, what is it that I want to do with my God-given life, with my God-given talent? What is it that God wants me to do to bring happiness and joy? So we work very hard on doing this, right? You work hard for happiness and joy and bliss. That's how it works. So we were talking about the gratitude, being grateful, being alpha, how you have to fight for this. You have to take control of your intentions and your focus. And you have to fight the traffic to get your highway. You're going to always have something that will be a carrot or just a roadblock or something that's going to constantly keep you from your daily bricks. Like I say, some of it will be your own self. That's why you're the boss now, so that you can keep your employee on track. They're going to fight you. But sometimes it's other forces that will happen. Okay? And since we're building a highway to heaven, let's talk about that then. So, the forces that are out there that we can't always see, understand, or even have an explanation for, even at that moment or the next day. Maybe it takes years, decades, before we can look back and see why some things have happened. So if we keep ourselves focused, we don't have as many and deep sidetractions. And how can we use that to keep us focused, to say a sidetraction? And what happens is that when there's, say, an unexplained scenario or situation happens, I instantly, this is just for me, because you're going to do your own things to keep you focused. But I'm like, oh wow. Instantly, the devil's trying to sidetrack me. I should be praying. So you see, it takes a burden off of yourself, myself. You don't have to figure everything out. Just go right back to your highway, okay? So everybody's trying to say they can prove God, or that, the Bible's real, or that Jesus is real and stuff. And it only really, until you know and have been touched, do you get it. But you can't prove this thing to anyone. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's hard to keep that faith within yourself. And that's why the brick is so important. Of every single day you write down your diary, you keep yourself and your thoughts together. And the more focused you get, the more those outside forces that will come into you, so that you can instantly now use it against it. Get yourself back on track. You're also going to see that there's people in your circle that do not want to see this happen and these changes happen. Are you too good now? Are you too big for your britches? They're going to be afraid that you're going to leave them. You're going to be a mere reflection of how lazy we all are. There's always more we can do. And so when you're trying to accomplish a goal, it can disrupt your situation. I mean, it's going to disrupt your own life, right? You're going to be changing. You're going to change. You're going to be doing things different. right? You have done things different. You're going to make sure that it's going to be different. And so when it's different, things change. So you're going to have to fight constantly for that mind consciousness of your intention. You're going to be fighting within your own self constantly, which we do anyways. Everybody does this. There's no escaping suffering. There's no escaping happiness. Even the most miserable person is happy some point in the day. And even the most happiest person is going to experience some kind of a disappointment throughout the day. So you got to learn how to balance that, right? That's the key. That's what we're trying to do, is figure out how do we enjoy the ride. So, let's take and use again this surfer analogy. It's always, it's kind of funny how people that don't surf will go think of this, be stereotypical, right? That, surfers are super laid back people, and, they're all calm, but in reality, the energy of what's going on out in that water, we're fighting the current, we're fighting the weather, we're fighting the, obviously the waves. We're fighting with each other, all the different surfers. We're fighting within our minds each other. We're always trying to out-trick each other, how to get into the position. There's one wave, one surfer per wave, basically, right? So, there's all kinds of fighting going on out there, and you're just constantly trying to find that moment of bliss. And when you think about how long a ride on a wave is, 2-3 seconds, I mean, you'll do that all day if you could. If you had the strength, the intention. Once you have the intention, you no longer feel the pain of the paddling back and forth, tumbling and rolling around. Once again, it's not for everybody. It's just an analogy, but I imagine you can understand. So the thing is, you got to always constantly be enjoying the ride, no matter what it is, and it's always going to be a fighting. Even when you're riding the wave, aren't you just constantly fighting to get on top of it, the bottom of it, fighting to turn it around? But once you start to realize, I don't have to fight it, I can dance and ride. When you get good at anything, it looks effortless, right? And that's what we're trying to do, is just trying to make our intentions effortless. We're trying to make our highway and our brickland effortless on an everyday, every moment, effortless. And we're building that highway so that it's an effortless thing throughout the day. Every day we have that thought of, what is it that I want to be doing with my God-given life? All right? So, okay. I pray for you, and I pray for America.